I understand there's a difference between, of course, just trying to get through these very difficult times. So so many people in your community have been affected. Mostly everyone in Uvalde knows someone who is impacted by this. But here in Washington, there has been a lot of debate on what needs to be done to ensure something like this doesn't happen again. And so, we saw this legislation in the House last week that you did not support. Is there anything in this proposal from the Senate that you would support, including perhaps allowing 18 to 21-year-olds who are trying to buy an assault-style weapon to have their juvenile background checked?
Yeah, look, the details are important, and like many of us, we're waiting to see the bill text, eagerly waiting to see the bill text. But I'm very optimistic on the framework of which the Senate has put together. I've been pushing for mental health from the very beginning. In this district, this district stretches from San Antonio to El Paso, Texas 23, and I represent 119 different cities and towns. Uvalde over a year ago was asking me for a mental health clinic. They're so this was evident there. Last year I was able to secure $2 million for a mental health facility, but there's a long way to go. I mentioned that to go. To me, this package has to be based in mental health support. Everything that I've gotten, every indication that I've seen is this is essentially going to be a mental health bill. And I think that's important. I think this has the opportunity to have more resources in mental health than any other bill ever passed into law in the history of our nation's history. I think that's important. As far as some of the gun things, as far as some of the other specifics, I've been a proponent of, look, that gentleman, that the shooter should have never been able to purchase that weapon. Never. Not because he was 18 years old, but because he was mentally unstable. And we would have found that out. I mean, he had a long history of mental illness as a juvenile. And I think this is one of the parts of the framework as well that makes sense to me. Let's identify these children that have issues and let's make sure that they don't have access to things. I also say, like, I'm a proponent of legal responsible gun owners, and I think it's important that we protect them as well.